Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ellie from Ellie Laura Crochet and thank you very much for being here. So I think you can probably tell that this series is kind of, I literally just filmed the outro for last week's video. So yeah, I mean, consistency, right? But we are currently working on the granny stitch star blanket, which I started in last week's video. This is where we are at, and I haven't done anything else from the last video. This is literally what I showed you last week. I thought I'd recap, but yeah, I'm just using this autumnal yarn that I got for my birthday or Christmas last year, I can't remember. But yeah, so hoping to do a bit more progress on that this week. And then we are also working on my knitted shawl, which I will quickly show you. Right, there we go. So this is what my knitted shawl looks like. Again, I haven't done any other rows or anything since you last saw it, but this is what it's looking like. It's pretty good. So I think the next section of this is actually the contrasting colours. So this is my main colour, blue. I've got quite a decent amount left. So that is that. And then the contrasting colours, I think I showed this in episode 1, but I'll show you again. And then the contrasting colours are these two. I still haven't wound this up like this, but I don't know if I can be asked. I might just go from the ball. I mean, I don't have to cake it up, but I feel like caking it up is easier than ball form. I'll just say that. But yeah, so the next section of this is adding those as stripes. And then I think we've still got stripes of blue as well, like with the eyelets. But yeah, I am actually hoping to work on this today. I'm hoping to get maybe at least 2 of the stripes done today, I don't know. But yeah, I think I fancy working on my shawl today, and I'm gonna have a little break from this because working on this, I feel like my hand kind of cramps up like after working on this for like half an hour or something. I don't know. I'm only using a 5.5 hook, so I don't really know why this is hurting my hands, but I have been working on this a lot. Like last week, I don't think I did many clips, but I worked on this for like a few days straight. So yeah, I'm going to go over to knitting for a bit now, get some more on that shawl done, and then we can pick this back up. Those are the only 2 active whips that I'm working on. Obviously I've got other whips, and some of those I've just put in a bin, like not in a bin, but like in a box in the corner of my room, because I don't really plan on finishing them this year. But so I've got to stop at the post office today, and I've got a couple of parcels to post from Vinted that I sold. So if you're watching this, thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me destash. Appreciate. And I've also got a couple of bin bags behind me that I need to go donate. If you saw last week's video, I sorted out some of my crochet projects, not on camera, but I sorted them out, and I'm going to be donating most of them. So hopefully they find new homes. But yeah, so I think that's everything. But yeah, let's get on with the video. I meant to show you this last week, but I've managed to cross off a couple more things off my little bingo card. I think I showed this in like episode 2. But I sold some yarn on Vinted, and I also did fix an old project. I think you saw some of that in last week's video. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you. So there's 25 on here, and I've already finished 3. And I think obviously that one will be done soon. Hopefully that one actually, for my blanket. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you. And yeah, so we've crossed off 3 out of 25, which is pretty good. thought I'd do a quick update before I go to bed. It is like 11:30 or something, so definitely should go to bed soon. But I done loads today. I started on this pink stripe today and I did all of that. No wonder my hands are hurting. But yeah, this is looking awesome. So I'm about halfway through the next stripe, and then I've got another one of these eyelet ones, and then 2 more of these stripes, and then I think it's a few rows of the blue, and then it casts off. I think this will take another couple of days, and then hopefully we will be finished. But I have got quite a few ends to sew in, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, I've left them quite long just in case. But yeah, this is looking awesome. And here's the mistake I made. Unfortunately, yeah, so there's 2 mistakes on this little edge. There's that shouldn't be there. And then here, which is a bit annoying, but I don't think it's too noticeable. Luckily it's a shawl, so it'll wrap around my neck, so hopefully it won't be very noticeable, but I still need to weave in this tail. But yeah, and then all these ends. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to casting this off. I think the cast off edge is a bit fiddly, so I'm not really looking forward to that, but I'm loving these stripes, and here's what the back looks like if you're wondering. Little dotted lines. They're quite cool to be fair, but this is the front, which looks very neat if I say so myself. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to do some more on that tomorrow. As I said, I did loads today. I did all of this today, and that was probably a bit much. But I am looking forward to doing some more on that, because I've only got, I think I've got 2.5 pages of the pattern left. As I say, I've got 2 more stripes of each colour, and then another blue stripe, and then some more blue after that, and then cast off. But yeah, that's exciting. So yeah, we've got that, and then I think I probably showed you this in one of my older vlogs, but I have this yarn in my stash, the Cascade 220, and it is super wash. It's quite soft. I think this colour is Summer Sky Heather, I think, but it's this nice blue. I feel like it looks lighter on camera than it is. I don't think it's very dark, but it's also not very light. It's kind of in the middle. But I've got 11 skeins of this. I think they're all 100 grams. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, they are 100 grams. So I've got 11 of these skeins because I bought them off a stash sale, and I think it was from 2 different people actually. So I don't actually know if they're all the same dye lot. I need to check that. And definitely the same colour. I think they are, but I found the perfect pattern for this, and I think I might swatch that soon. So you'll definitely see that in an upcoming video, if not this week, next week. It is a bit of a complicated knit, I'm not gonna lie, and it's gonna be a very big project, like probably the biggest project I've ever knitted. But yeah, I'm really excited to cast it on. But yeah, I need to gauge swatch first and make sure, and possibly wash it as well this time. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure all of these are the same dye lot before I do anything, just to make sure I have enough. Thing is, with being my size, I made my Olga blouse. I finished that in episode 1 if you wanted to see it. But I made that in the size extra small, just because I have I'm a small girly. But like, I don't really understand, like, if you're supposed to think, oh, what if I grow bigger later on? Like, I'm only 23, so like, should I knit slightly bigger jumper so that I grow into it? Or like, I don't even know if I'm gonna grow that much anymore though, so yeah, I'll probably just do whatever size the pattern tells me. I mean, I did that for the yoga blouse and that fits perfectly right now, so. But yeah, other than that, I'll tell you more about that later on, by the way. Like what pattern I'm doing and stuff. Because it's not final, I've not bought the pattern yet, but that's what I'm thinking of. But I just need to check all the dye lots and stuff and I just need to make sure all the dye lots are the same so I can not worry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed and hopefully we can finish the next couple of stripes on this. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. So this looks quite nice. As I said, I've got, is that 11? Yeah, I've got 11 of these. I don't even know if I need that much for the jumper I'm thinking of, but I can always make something else with the other yarn. This is actually quite soft, feeling it, like, hopefully it feels this soft, like, knitted up. But I have double checked, all of them are the same dye lot, same exact colour, this lovely heathered yarn. And this nice bluish grey colour. Hopefully this suits my skin. Quite a pale girly, so hopefully it suits it. But I noticed this one hasn't even got a label, so I should probably swatch with this one. But yeah, these feel really soft. And it is first time trying Cascade yarns. I've never tried them before. And I've heard good things about it. And also, I think you can put this in the washing machine. I don't know if I will. I'm probably just gonna soak it like I normally do because I worry, but I don't even think I'm gonna need this much yarn for my jumper, but I can always knit like something else with the rest of it. But I think I should use this yarn for what I'm thinking of. But yeah, anyway, as beautiful as this is looking at all of this, I'm gonna go to bed because I've got an appointment in the morning tomorrow, and then I should probably do some more of my shawl, to be honest, even though I really want to cast this on. But yeah, and then I think I'll probably still cast on my socks because then I'll have this big knitting project and then I'll also have knitted socks, obviously once my shawl is done. And then like obviously this one's quite complicated, so if I fancy something a bit easier I could just do some on my socks. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then obviously I've got my crochet blanket as well, but I have been watching videos of people knitting this jumper and it's just on my mind now and I just want to make it. So yeah, and I've got the perfect yarn for it, I think. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow though. It is finally time to bind this off. I'm so excited. Yeah, let's bind this off. Also, my needles came for the sock knitting needles. This is what I got. If you're interested, I just took them out of the packaging. But they look like the right size, actually, I hope. But yeah, I think I might cast on the sock soon and see if it fits all on this little needle. But yeah, first things first though, let's bind this shawl off. I'm back from my boyfriend's. So I finished my shawl. So I took this to my boyfriend's and I did the cast off basically. It took a while, I'm not gonna lie. But it's my first time doing these kind of little, I don't know if they're called like picots maybe. But yeah, they were fun to do. But yeah, so shawl is finished. I just need to weave in all of these ends and also block it as well. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Pretty good. I think I might block it next week and weave in the ends because I'm just kind of itching to work on other bits and bobs because this has been a whip for a while. So I don't really feel like weaving in the ends. And thing about me is that I need to be in the mood for weaving in ends. If not, I just kind of want to cut them and forget about it and like tie knots, which is obviously isn't good. But also I bought this yarn with me to my boyfriend's as well, because I kind of figured I might cast that off while I was there and maybe wanted something a little bit smaller to work on. So I bought this yarn with me and I'm knitting a sock. And it looks a bit weird at the moment because it's ribbed. But you can see on my Ravelry page about this if you want more details and stuff, like what size I'm doing and stuff. But this is the pattern by Crazy Sock Lady, the DK version. But I have changed it to do ribbing all on the leg and on the top of the foot. So that's what I'm doing. And I am actually on the heel turn here. Is it the heel turn? I think the slip stitch heel section. I'm on that bit at the moment. But I had to stop there because I'm on 9-inch circulars at the moment, and the little turn section is only using half of the stitches, so it's getting a little bit filly. So I've got my little shorties here, and I'm hoping I have the right size. I don't actually know. 3.25 I think it is. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I've got the right size, do not worry. I'm just going to use the longest cable. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you an update really. I haven't really talked in a while. I'm a bit worried that the leg on this isn't going to be very long, because I'm a bit worried about yarn situation usage, because I've never made this pattern before, so I don't actually know how much yarn this takes. And I know for the foot you need quite, I think it's longer than this, so hopefully this isn't going to be too short on my foot, but it will. But yeah, so I'm going to do the heel with these instead. I think they'll just be a bit more comfortable than the 9-inch. But yeah, so I'm just going to be working on these, I think, tonight. And yeah, we'll see how far we get. But yeah, this is where we are at the moment. And we are just doing the little, I think it's called the heel flap. I think that's what I'm doing. Heel flap. But yeah, and I'm doing it ribbed. I really like the look of ribbed. Hopefully it looks nice. But yeah, let's carry on with these. Right, so I got a bit further than I thought yesterday, and you know, like when you're in the zone and then you're like, oh, I'm actually filming a video. I haven't filmed many clips for this. But like, I was so in the zone yesterday. So I've almost got a completed sock actually. So I'm on the toe bit at the moment, as you can see by these little decreases here. And this is what I do when the circumference is shorter like this. I don't know if you do it like this as well. It's like, I'm scared to use DPNs, but I feel like this is sort of maybe similar. So I've got a circular here for this half. I've got a separate one for this half, and then I knit it with another circular. So I've got three circulars. So I don't know if you do it like this, but obviously the yarn is here, so the next stitches are here. So what I would do is slide all of these onto this needle and then knit it onto here, and then use this needle next, and so on and so forth. I did that with my cabled hat, like at the top of the decreases, and it actually really works for me. Like, DPNs are like, they're really scary, but I feel like I would be fine with them. I don't know, but thing is, I like working like this because obviously these are really long, like the stitches aren't going to fall off, and then obviously this, and yeah, so I'm hoping to finish this one today, this sock. I haven't got too much left, just got some more rows for the toe and then bind off, and then hopefully we can start the second one. But yeah, it's looking really nice so far, and I love this yarn. I think I did weigh my yarn yesterday, and it's at 62 grams at the moment, so definitely gonna have enough for the second sock, because this hasn't even used 50 yet, but that does mean I'm gonna have some left over, but I don't think I'm too mad about that. So I thought I'd update you before I finish the toe or start the second one. But yeah, I think I'm literally going to finish the toe, bind that off, and then start the second one, and then weave in the ends at the same time for both of them, and obviously leave these in because these are marking how many rows I've got, so I can do it the same for the other one. And this is looking good. I've got to pop to the post office today and post a little parcel that I sold. I sold some yarn on Vinted, yay! And it's a skein that I really just didn't like and didn't know what to make with it. So yeah, that's brilliant. So thank you if you're watching. But yeah, I need to go post that, and I also need to get fill my car with some petrol as well. Let's go do some errands, and then I'll come back and we can finish the toe. Hi guys, so I think it's the next day. So as you saw, I finished sock 1. So this is what it's looking like. I closed up the toe, which I think looks pretty good. And then, yeah, this is what it looks like. I haven't weaved in the ends yet. I'm going to leave that till later. Also because I'm lazy. What can I say? But you saw I started the second one yesterday. And I'm currently just on the heel flap at the moment. So, haven't got that far, but yeah. So that's where we are on the second one. I'm hoping to finish at least the heel and the heel turn. Maybe get onto the gusset bit today. I have got other stuff to do today though, so I don't know how far I'll get. But I just wanted to show you this yarn. So my dad was away for a work trip in Switzerland, and he picked these 2 up for me. So these are both sock yarn, and as you can see, it looks like it works up stripy, like both of them. So here's what it looks like. And these are 87% cotton and 13% polyester, and they're both 100 grams. So these feel actually really nice. Usually cotton is a bit scratchy or whatever, but they feel really nice. So I'm excited to knit these up into socks soon, I think. And then yeah, I still haven't weaved my ends in for the shawl yet. I really need to do that. Hold me accountable and ask me in next week's video and make sure I've weaved those in, because I would like to wear this, you know? But this is what it looks like. I don't think I've showed you very well, but this is probably how I would wear it. I don't really wear shawls much, but wow, yeah, I like that. Don't mind the end, but look at that. Isn't that cool? I have got quite a lot left over, but I'm thinking maybe I can make like a matching hair scrunchie or something, and I could do little stripes of these as well, so it's like actually matching. But yeah, that's what my shawl looks like. Still not weaved in, and as you can see, I'm wearing my Olga blouse today. Beautiful. But yeah, I think that's the only update. I haven't done anything on the crochet blanket. I'm not really in the mood right now. I'm tempted to start the jumper that I talked about. I think I talked about that earlier. I will reveal what it is when I start it, but yeah, really want to cast that on, I think. But I think for now we should get at least to the gusset on these socks, and then maybe once I'm at the decreases, like I've picked up all the stitches, maybe we can pause that and then go on to the jumper, because like the whole point of me starting these socks was so that I had an easier project on the go as well as the jumper, but I haven't even started the jumper yet. So I mean, now we can cast on one of these and have one of those as an easy project. I think I've put on my Ravelry what I want to make, like what pattern specifically I want to make with these, so definitely friend me on there if you're interested in like all the project updates and real life time updates. But so I'm thinking of making toe up socks with this one, because obviously I've made vanilla socks, they've only been cuff down. I do really want to try toe up, see if I like it. If I don't, I'll just do cuff down. But yeah, I think this would be good for that one. And then I think Crazy Sock Lady has a striping pattern for stripe yarn. I think it's called like Do-si-do or something like that. But I'm thinking I might make it with this, because I think the front of the foot has like a design and then the back is like stockinette. So I think that would look nice with this. But yeah, I've got those. I really don't know how to like count yarn ban. Like I myself haven't bought yarn for like, well, over a month now. I didn't buy any yarn in January. My mum did buy some yarn for me to make her something, but I didn't buy it. So like, does this count? I don't know. Like, I didn't buy it myself, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'll see if I can get the heel done on this today. But yeah, I won't make any promises because I want to start my jumper. But yeah, I will see you soon. Hi guys, so it is the next day and also the end of the week. So I'll do a little quick recap, and yeah, so we have finished my shawl. Still haven't woven the ends in. I really should do that. But yeah, this is what the shawl looks like. It's a lovely fabric. Yeah, so we finished that, so well done me. I thought I'd show you what yarn I have left over for that as well. So I've got, this is the blue, still quite a lot of that. Here's the pink, and then the multicoloured. So I have got quite a fair decent amount left. As I said, I think I might try and make a scrunchie out of these, like a little matching one, and just stripe these two in. I'm not sure yet, but that's a future project if I really get bored. Just make a scrunchie, but this is just going in my scrap little bin over there. But yeah, so that is done. And then we also started some socks, didn't we? So I've got the first one all done, well, apart from the ends. But yeah, this is what that looks like. Ribbed on the top of the foot, and then obviously ribbed on the cuff. That's what the heel looks like. Very nice. And then last night I left you with working on the second sock, and I'm not too far away from the toe. So here's the second sock. I did do the heel. That's where I left off, I think. I was doing this bit. But I did the heel, did the gusset, and now I'm just working on the foot. So I think I've got like 12 rows left, and then the toe, I think. And this is how we're doing for yarn, so I think we'll definitely have enough, hopefully. But yeah, that is the second sock. I can't believe it. These work out very quickly, by the way. I wouldn't say I'm a fast knitter, to be honest, but yeah, these definitely work very fast. And also they're very addictive, because they're like so fast. It's like, oh, I want want to get on to the next bit, you know. I've got like 12 rows or something like that left to do, but yeah, these are looking good, and I'm already thinking of casting some new socks on as well after I finish that. But yeah, that's everything. I mean, it is a bit of a shame to end and just have almost a finished sock, but I promise you we will finish it in next week's video. Unless I start my jumper. But yeah, I haven't really done anything else, I don't think. I haven't worked on the crochet blanket at all, so that's not going to be an update. I should probably work on that, but I'm kind of in the mood for knitting right now, so I hope you don't mind. Also, if you haven't seen, I have changed my name on YouTube. It is now Crafting with Ellie. Instead of Crochet by Ellie. I just felt like if I want to dabble in some other crafts, I would like to be able to film those and post them. Yeah, I just didn't want to be niched down too much to crochet, because obviously I'm doing knitting now. I appreciate you all watching, especially if you're still here. Thank you. Comment a little flower emoji if you've watched till the end. I appreciate you very much. And definitely subscribe to my channel if you are invested in this series. Hopefully we'll be able to finish those socks next week. But you have to stay tuned for that. So my socials are all linked below if you'd like to follow me anywhere else. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye guys!